Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium, CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Unconstitutional accommodation. Obama is announcing a change in the contraceptive mandate today to do what he says keeps religious employers from violating their consciences when it comes to being forced by the government to accept contraception, sterilization, and abortion. The administration has decided that insurance companies will be required to cover the cost of providing so-called reproductive health services at no cost. However, the question remains, how does the federal government demand that an insurance company provide these services free of charge? The other issue not addressed, what will stop insurance companies from raising premiums for religious institutions and in essence still passing the costs on to the religious employer whose belief system states these services are immoral? And so it appears that the fight between religious institutions and Obamacare are certainly not over with today's announcement, as Obama continues to trample the constitutional right of freedom of religion. Line item imperialism. Obama may soon have the ability to pick out specific items from the new spending bills introduced by Congress if the House of Representatives passes a new law giving Obama a power that has previously been called unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. Current laws say the President of the United States must veto spending bills in their entirety, since the Supreme Court decided in 1998 that giving such power to the President defies the principle that Congress, not the executive branch, holds the power of the purse. Critics of resurrecting the line item veto say it opens up the possibility for the President to give preference to his own spending priorities. Obama is giving strong support to the bill as it heads to the Senate for approval, where its outcome is uncertain. Catholic Network sues administration. EWTN, or the Eternal Word Television Network, is suing the Obama administration for the mandate requiring them to cover sterilization, abortion, and contraception under the Obama healthcare mandate. Lawyers for the legal group Becket Fund for Religious Liberty are representing the network, as Michael P. Warsaw, president and CEO of the network, says the mission of EWTN is not negotiable. He says, quote, "If we are willing to compromise our Catholic faith, we are selling the soul of the network," end quote. Sister Carol Keehan of the Catholic Health Association, originally one of Obamacare's strongest supporters, is now coming forward to say that if things don't change soon, her organization will also be filing a lawsuit against Obama's Health and Human Services Department over this issue. Evergreen state falls to same-sex marriage. Homosexual marriage in Washington state will be signed into law by its dissenting Catholic Governor Chris Gregory, now that the state house has passed the legislation following the Senate's vote last week. Gregory has vowed to sign the bill that will make Washington the 7th state in the U.S. to legalize same-sex marriage, now that the House has just passed the measure in a 55-43 vote. Marriage supporters in the state will now work to collect the 120,000 some signatures needed to secure a referendum on the law for November. If they are unsuccessful, homosexual couples may begin marrying in the state as early as June this year. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web, and RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
Santorum gaining support. Rick Santorum is trying to set up another surge as he comes off his recent 3-state sweep, trying to raise money as he prepares for upcoming events in the western part of the country. Riding on funding fumes, he will spend the weekend in California raising money before he campaigns in Washington state, after which he will be going to Ohio and Michigan. Santorum now has the second most Republican National Convention delegates, with 72, falling behind Romney's collection of 112, but vaulting ahead of Gingrich, who only has 32. According to Gallup, Mitt Romney still has the lead in support from Republican voters nationwide, commanding 37% of favor over Newt Gingrich's 21%. while Santorum trails behind both of them at 17%. Door-to-door death. On-call suicide at home will be available soon in the Netherlands, made possible by a private company so that you can kill yourself even if your doctor cites ethical reasons for refusing to end your life. The Netherlands Right to Die Association is announcing that it will fulfill a promise it made last year to open the clinic, starting services on March 1st in The Hague, utilizing 6 mobile teams consisting of 1 doctor and 1 nurse apiece. The organization predicts that it will receive 1,000 euthanasia requests annually. Pro-life smartphones. If you thought Apple's voice recognition application Siri was pro-life for refusing to guide people to abortion clinics, wait till you hear Verizon's new Android application quote the Bible to prove her point. Not only won't Verizon's Iris guide users to abortion clinics, but she very promptly adds why by saying, quote, "Abortion is wrong. The Lord has said, you shall not murder." Exodus 20:13. The life that is growing within the mother is a child, a baby. The Bible looks at the life in the womb as a child, end quote. She ends her explanation with a cheery thanks after making her opinion clear. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Thanks for tuning in today. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And also be sure to check out The Vortex, where Michael talks about the latest edition of CIA, featuring Galileo and the truth about his tussles with the Catholic Church. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to tell all your friends about us. And as always, God bless you.